What's up, you guys? Teddy Striker here, and on January 18th, Jamal Hill is taking on Jiri Prochazka, and this is going to be a big fight in the light heavyweight division. This fight was targeted to happen in 2023, but Jamal Hill got injured, and then Jiri Prochazka fought for the vacant title against Alex Pereira, and then we all know what happened from there. But yeah, in this video, I kind of want to give an early prediction for this fight. And it's a very, very good fight and a very close fight. I think that Jiri Prochazka, he's a very dangerous fighter. He's got a lot of knockout power in his hands. And we did see Jamal Hill get knocked out for the first time in his career. And Jamal Hill is going to be coming back after a second knee surgery, which isn't good. You know, he's already had a massive ACL tear, and now he's re-injured that, and he's coming back, and who knows if that is ever going to be the same, if he's ever going to be able to perform at his best. But that could be a weakness against Jiri Prochazka, because Jamal Hill, he does tend to switch stances. He's mainly a southpaw fighter, but he will occasionally switch stance, like when he knocked out Johnny Walker, for example, and that will give Jiri Prochazka an opportunity to attack his leg. I'm not sure which knee it is, but since he's a switch hitter, he is going to be at risk against Jiri Prochazka. But Jiri just got knocked out by Alex Pereira, and that was a devastating KO. It seemed like he was just hurt real bad. Alex Pereira dropped him the left hook at the end of round 1, and then he finished him with a devastating left head kick, and then he hit him with some brutal ground and pound after. And who knows, maybe that could be the end of Jiri's chin, because this was his third career knockout. I believe he was knocked out by King Mo. Then he got knocked out by Pereira in MSG, and then Pereira knocked him out again in Las Vegas. And also, Jiri has gotten rocked in nearly all of his UFC fights, except for the Alexander Rakic fight, where he briefly got stunned, but he kind of quickly recovered. But the other fights, he was visibly stunned, and he's a guy that takes a lot of damage in all his fights. He has a very high knockout ratio, but that's because he puts himself in the line to get knocked out as well. And in doing so, he does get rocked and hurt quite a bit. And also, that blueprint to kind of beat Jiri Prochazka is kind of out there, right? Use your leg kicks to disrupt Jiri's balance, and also take some power away from his punches, and potentially look to set up a head kick or an attack with something high coming up. Also, don't react to his feints. We saw Alex Pereira, he was staying real calm, real composed whenever Jiri was feinting in the rematch. He wasn't really giving him two big reactions for Jiri to go out there and exploit. And also, one more thing is, to be Jiri Prochazka, is stand your ground. We saw Dominic Reyes, he was constantly backing up against Jiri Prochazka, and he got melted. We saw the same thing with Alexander Rakic. At some point, you're going to have to stand your ground against this guy, and you're going to have to just beat some respect into him. And I feel like that's the game plan that Alex Pereira used. And Jamal Hill, you know, he does have a pretty solid fight IQ. I think that he is going to implement some of these things. And he's a southpaw, so he's naturally going to have that left head kick opening. Jiri does keep his hands down. I think that Jiri has a wide stance. Those kicks are going to be open, the inside kicks for Jamal Hill. The calf kicks won't really be there for him, but he will have the head kick at his disposal. And Jamal Hill is naturally the type of fighter to swing back whenever someone swings at him. He's not going to get back on and get on his bike like Dominic Reyes, cover up like Alexander Rakic. No, Jamal Hill is actually going to stand there, and he is going to trade, and that costs him, obviously, against Alex Pereira, because Pereira has dynamite in his hands, and so does Jiri. But I think Pereira shines because he's got that technique over Jiri Prochazka. Jiri does have a clean right hand, but outside of that, he's obviously an overhand right. But yeah, outside of that, not too much in terms of devastating power in his other punches. And both guys make some mistakes defensively. Jiri just doesn't bring his hands back up to his face. He doesn't defend the leg kicks. And Jamal Hill, sometimes he is a bit slow to leave exchanges. He does kind of throw some shots with a bit of laziness. It seems like the way he was throwing head kicks with Glover Teixeira was insane to me. He looked like he was dead tired, or he was just completely lazy with his technique. Same with like over in St. Preux, like it looks really awkward sometimes because it's like, yo, is this guy tired? But then he's not really tired. It's just his technique looks very odd. But yeah, I think Jamal Hill is going to be able to make Jiri Prochazka pay a lot more than Jiri can make Jamal pay for his mistakes, and that's what it's going to come down to. And I don't think that Jiri is going to make the right adjustments to beat a guy like Jamal Hill. I've seen him go out there and train in like kung fu dojos, like karate schools, which at this point in time, it doesn't make any sense. I think that Jiri Prochazka would benefit a lot from learning some basic fundamentals of MMA. You can still make the hands down style work, but maybe you can just keep your backhand up high, kind of like how Israel Adesanya fights. Like he does keep his lead hand low, but his right hand is like kind of like towards his chest, so it's easier to bring back to his face. Or kind of like Robert Whittaker, where Whittaker does keep his lead hand low, but he'll keep his backhand higher. I think Jiri could do something like that, so that way he doesn't have to fully change his style, and maybe he can incorporate like maybe like a shoulder roll in his arsenal, so that way he can still get away with keeping his hand low but still be defensively sound. But I don't think that Jiri is going to be doing any of that at his karate or kung fu school. It's pretty odd, but I think that Jamal Hill is going to be a better version of himself. And yeah, both guys, it's going to be interesting to see how they come into this. Jamal Hill, first time being knocked out, right? And also he's coming back from his second ACL surgery. And how is Jiri going to look after getting brutally KO'd by Alex Pereira? It's going to be very interesting, but right now I'm leaning towards Jamal Hill winning this fight. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Jamal Hill is going to win? If not, let me know why. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. God bless.